one, action.
Welcome to the Beat 139. I'm Don.
Welcome everybody, I'm Don Vito.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Callie.
Okay, we got our second guest for tonight.
Yeah.
The Bronx is repping tonight. You know, this our second guest is for the Bronx also. Former fighter of BX Fight Club and founder of Rumble in the Bronx. We got my man Killa Mike in the building. What's up, Killa Mike? How you doing?
Yes, sir.
Mike.
Yeah, BX being here.
That's right. So, Mike, tell everybody I got the name Killa Mike.
Okay, so they call me Killa Mike pretty much because I was just knocking heads off growing up. I just really, are we allowed to curse on here?
Great, man. Great, man.
I mean, I didn't really give a fuck
There you
personally.
go.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You came against me or you came against mine, you're gonna be Killa Mike pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know him personally, but yeah.
What you said, Mike, the other day, you take all call-outs, right?
All call-outs is mandatory. yeah. I mean, I don't take all call-outs because there's a lot of clout chasers nowadays.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, we got a personal issue, a personal beef. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we could definitely handle it all day.
So I want to go to the beginning of Mike. You said you got your name because you start fighting.
Yeah.
So you start fighting. You had like older brothers and things like that.
Yeah, for sure. I got an older brother who's pretty much turned me into a fucking pit bull. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the one that made sure I didn't take nothing from nobody. Like we don't back down. We get it shaken. No matter what the consequences is, we'll deal with that later.
Yeah.
So, you know, regular street shit, but you know, we all grow up from that and we all mature from that. I definitely mature. I no longer fight in the street. And now I'm trying to put everything I learned in the street into a positive type outlook.
Right. So, Killa, when did you start?
I like your voice.
Why, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to get it together. But, so when did you start fighting? When did professionally?
Okay, so this is an underground fight club. So I am not a professional fighter. I'm far from a professional fighter. I like to call myself a street fighter.
Right.
And most of my fighters are also street fighters. Yeah, I'm just not a boxer. I never trained to fight. I was just, my hands is pretty much raised by the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how we gave it up.
So what kind of moves y'all be doing? Do y'all just be, is anything
I would say a
goes?
lot of people would say we're wild. You know, we don't really have a good form. I'm saying some people do. Some people, you know what I'm saying, they really learn their art and really figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Some people criticize us and be like, what kind of swing was that? Don't be surprised when that shit knock you out. You know what I'm saying?
So when you started, what was on your mindset? Because you just started last year, right?
Well, I started my own fight club last year, but I also used to fight at underground fight clubs before I started my own, like BX Fight Club. That was my home right there.
So let's get into that then.
Okay. Pretty much BX Fight Club was a street fight club that started out in my neighborhood. It was something we probably all did in this room. Put boxing gloves on with your boy, get it popping in the living room, in front of the building. Basically, these guys did it in a park, and I seen it on the Instagram, and I was like, oh, I want to pull up. And I pulled up, and when I pulled up, I pretty much knew everyone there. And everyone already knew who I was because of all the heads I knocked off in the hood. So they were like, yo, you got to get in this, bro. This is for you. Yo, put the gloves on. And I was just like, nah, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was already a little tipsy. I had a little personal Henny. I already smoked me a little blunt. I was just like, nah, I'm not with this. I'm not doing it. And then they put like this older dude versus this younger dude because they were in the same weight class. And the older dude kind of like just really gave it to this kid. And I was just like, yo, hold on. And I hopped in the ring like, hold on. You can fight me with all them hands. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you fighting on little homie like that? Like, put the gloves on me.
Being on little homie.
Yeah. And son was not with it. He just pretty much was like, nah, I'm not fighting. Everybody booed him. And me hopping like that, I got myself tied then. Next thing you know, I'm fighting this random cat that I don't even know or have a problem with. And then the rest is history. Now I fought for BX Fight Club like 5-6 times. I never even knew underground fight clubs exist. Now I'm getting these DMs from like other fight clubs that's like in New York City. I fought like in the basement of a Chinese restaurant before. No cameras allowed. You know what I'm saying? Like real gambling. I'm talking about like movie shit, you know, like it was real.
It's going down.
Real, yeah. Like I went to another one. It was like a bare knuckle fight. I didn't get into that. I just went to go watch. I got invited to that. So I just started to like, you know, look at all these fight clubs, and I started to realize like all these guys is pretty similar. Like they all had one thing. They all had a boxing ring. They all was just doing like real professional fighters, and there was really no lane for street fighters. There's TV for boxing. There's TV for wrestling. There's no TV for street fighters. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we have our own art. You know what I'm saying? We should be respected since we got the most heart. You know what I'm saying?
So do they keep record, like, track of y'all record, or it's just?
I mean, for fighting, as fighters, everybody keeps track of their own record. Like, I think my record was 10, so it was like 3 wins, 7 wins, sorry, 3 losses.
In the Fight Club.
Yeah, when I used to fight personally. So, you know what I'm saying? We all win some, we all lose some, you know what I'm saying?
So is there like top fighters, like, okay, like, you know, like how in, you know, in boxing, how they would have like, okay, this goes, this level people
Well, yeah, I mean, as far as the top fighters, you know what I'm saying? You can make a name for yourself. You get in that ring, you knock somebody out, we post it, all the views is gonna go towards you.
Right.
All the followers is gonna go towards you. Everybody wants to be with the winner, you know what I'm saying? So, it's definitely a platform to build, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can become, and I tell everybody this, when people ask me, like, yo, how do I get into this? Come fight, and next thing you know, hopefully you get recognition, not only on just fighting, but who knows where you can go with it, you know what I'm saying? Look where I'm at, I done did modeling off this, I done did, you know, fashion shows, I done did music videos as acting and these shits, and I got paid for these gigs, and I was just like, I never thought I'd be doing this.
Right.
But, you know, all the publicity on fighting, this is what it gave me.
Yeah,
So
exposure, a lot of exposure.
Yeah, so let me say this to you real quick, right? Now, bring it back.
For sure.
Now you say to yourself, you and your own boy, your brother, I wanna do this. I wanna have my own thing. How long it took you to map out your plan and then bring it to life?
Well, I guess growing up, I never like to speak about something until it's done. So my plan has always been my plan to like start my own. Since my first fight, I wanted to start my own. I just didn't know how to do it or where to do it. You know what I'm saying? Or the fact that I was already part of a fight club, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna rock with these guys and see where it takes me. When that fight club kind of, you know what I'm saying, they shut it down or whatever for whatever reasons, their personal reasons. I used to be the closest to that team, and I used to tell them, like, yo, what's up, let's bring this back. I got a lot of ideas, I can help y'all. And they were just like, yo, bro, like, we doing other things, and we fuck with you hard body, and we think that you should just start your own. So be a fight club, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to do it behind their back and just started my own fight club. You know what I'm saying? I went up to them, and I got the green light from the big homie, and he was like, yo, bro, start your own shit, and we gonna support you on
You
that.
did it the right way.
Yeah, for sure. I don't do
Cold,
things the
baby.
wrong way.
Cold in the streets,
So-
it's good money.
So when you initially started, how did your family feel about it?
My family didn't really like it. My mom, my pops, they didn't really like it from the get, from when I was coming home with broken nose,
Right.
eye jammies, and like, what the hell you doing? Like, I don't got no beef no more. It's just, it's clean. They never really understood it.
Yeah, I'm believing.
So even now, I got like a lot of eyes on me now. Everybody wanna put my network on their TV. I got like, you know, like VH1 is reaching out to me. I got a lot of videographers producers, that work with different networks that reaching out to me. So even the fact that I got all these eyes on me, my parents still don't understand.
Right,
So I
because
guess
it's more like a profession to you, so
Yeah.
you wanted them to look at that in that light instead of looking at it as just fighting and the broken nose or whatever they see physically.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's talk about Rumble in the Bronx.
Okay, so Rumble in the Bronx, being at the fact that I fought for these fight clubs, and you know, there was especially one that I was part of that was in my neighborhood. I didn't want to be looked at as a copycat. So I knew for sure I had to come different, you know what I'm saying? And how different can I come, being the fact that we're just gonna do the same thing and fight with the gloves?
Right.
I came out with this thing called all call-outs is mandatory.
Right.
And that's pretty much a jail slang, you know what I'm saying? I never did no time in jail, but I do have jailbird friends.
Yeah.
And they told me like, yo, call-out's a call-out. Like, if we get it popped, it's time to pay that bathroom. Like, there's no saying no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I kind of brought that to the streets on some like, let's publicize the beef y'all got going on and kind of like trick the street game, because I don't know, nowadays the streets is all about respect the shooter or respect the big homie because he did 20 years in jail. Like I don't personally, I don't respect that. Like I respect you that you know what I'm saying, I respect you that your time and you know what I'm saying, you hold it down for whatever, you know, you had to hold it down for, but that kind of confuses my youth and my young boys into like being tough or being looked at as a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, like you gangster if you shoot your hands. Like that, you get to go back home to your family, you feel me? One, you ain't gotta go to jail. Two, you ain't gotta be buried. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people
You
think
live to
that,
see another day, basically.
yeah, a lot of people think that shit's gangster, being a shooter, being this. Like, I don't know about y'all, but staying in a cell with a man being effective to a man for 20 years, like,
Yeah, it's nothing,
that shit don't
nothing
sound
cool
fun
about
at
that.
all.
It's not.
We spoke about that too, Mike, when we was talking about how the kids, you know, when we grew up, that, you know, we fought and we even don't talk no more. We fought and we shook hands and what's up tomorrow. You know, you come get me late, I come, it was all fighting. And tell them more about your concept and why you talking about the youth and all that.
Yeah, my thing is that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of these young boys, like, they look up to these big homies, so-called big homies or OGs that did time or whatnot, and they pretty much gonna follow the same road that they're going just to get this name for themselves. And to be honest with you, like, who really can shoot somebody and say, yo, I shot him just to be called the shooter? Like, you just ratting on yourself. You gonna put yourself behind bars.
Yeah.
So it don't make sense. And, you know, like that kid, Junior, who passed away in that store, I don't know if you heard about it. But in the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't have to do him dirty like that. It was a bunch of young kids jumping this young kid and killed this young kid. Now you got a bunch of young kids in jail crying. And then you got this young kid's family who's on the block crying. You know what I'm saying? And then even the business owner in the store, like, his family's crying too, because now how he's gonna feed his family. It's just a big mess, just to get your name out there. And it's like, you wanna get your name out there? Look, I got a platform for us. Where people are gonna look at you like you tough, they're gonna look at you and respect you because you're gangster, and you're gonna show what it's really about. And it's about these, you know what I'm saying? It's about using your hands. Like,
So the format of it is like 2-3 rounds? How?
we do 3 rounds, 2 minutes each round. Yeah, it's just, you know what I'm saying? We try not to have no draws, but sometimes the draws happen and, you know, it's only better for the next rematch or something, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we like to settle beef, so we had like the baby father versus the new boyfriend. That was real crazy, you know what I'm saying? We had these two best friends that were females. One of them betrayed her homegirl by like talking shit to her baby daddy, thinking that her baby daddy was loyal to her, went back, told her, and now Shorty got caught out like in the crowd. Like,
So tell them about the setup though, how y'all set up. When I ask you, how y'all set up, man?
I mean, alright, so I like to keep it rugged. Like, I mean, like, there's a lot of people that hit me up, like, oh my, you know what I'm saying? People who got money will hit me up, like, yo, I want to invest in this. I got $50,000. Do whatever you want. I'm like, I don't need your money, bro. Like, what I'm doing, I want rugged. I want dirty. We do body shops. We do like, let's do a cage match. I get a cage from Home Depot. We built it ourselves. You know what I'm saying? I'm a construction worker.
So is the location always the same, or do you
No,
guys
it's always
change
different. I done did one on a rooftop. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to rehab. I done did one in body shops. I done did one in on a yacht. I did one in an 18-wheeler truck where I put like 30 people on one side, 30 people on the other side, and you fought like right in the middle of the truck. And I did that one in dedication to my boys who just came home from jail. They did a lot of time. And they always told me stories about when they fought that there was never no space to really get it in. So I wanted to have these people feel like I try to make you realize like this is what jail's like. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine fighting in this small ass spot. Right now, right here, every day you wake up, you gotta fight in this little box right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? To give you the feel of what jail is, you know what I'm saying? Not that I've been there, probably did a couple days in there, but just the fact that I could feel from my brothers, you know what I'm saying, who's done time.
Yeah, and then we all seen TV, so, you know, we have some type of assumption on what it's like. So tell me, as far as promoting, when you're promoting for the fights in new locations, how are you getting the word out there? Is it like secret or like
always secret. We do
it?
a secret location. I want to try. I mean, I'm not big on public. You know what I'm saying? This is illegal, and I do know that. But I'm just very strong in believing what I'm doing is correct. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, God forbid, I'll never have to go to jail over this. But if I did, it'll be because I'm trying to save a life.
Right.
And I'm cool with taking consequences on that. You know what I'm saying?
That's big.
So you said it's call out. So how the call out start?
So
like you sort people out like yo, you know these people business like oh they beef with them.
Well, you'd be
like,
surprised. Like a lot of call outs come through my DMs, and sometimes it'd be their friends that be like, yo, my boy's beefing with this dude, and shit can get ugly. Like, what's up? Can you like reach out to them, see they do it on here, and I'll try to reach out to them. Most of the time, one is with it, one's not with it. Most of the time, I post it so that the beef could be known. Like, to me, it's like, alright, this kid's a gangster, and this kid just wants to fight him. Let's put this beef and publicize it.
Yes, that's
Because
right.
if we publicize the beef, what's gonna happen is the killer is not gonna kill nobody. Unless he's a murderer. Now that's different.
Right.
But if you're a shooter, if you're a gangster, you know you ain't gonna go to work on that level Because your shit's on the
Yeah,
Instagram.
exactly.
All right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You're gonna
yeah.
set yourself up. You're gonna like this nigga Killer Mike blew you up already. You got beef with this
You're
dude.
gonna- yeah,
You
you're
know
gonna
what I'm
say
saying?
So how often, like once a month?
We try to do once a month, but we try to do like a real serious beef once every fight club, and then we do exhibition fights. So it's like 8 to 10 fights, and then like the last fight would be like the all call-outs, a mandatory fight. But then sometimes there'd be a call-out like on site, like it'd be surprising sometimes, like somebody will like.
Somebody just raised their hand like,
Somebody,
"Stewart
yeah,
fight."
that's how the girl called out her homegirl. She was like, yo, like, I want to call somebody out. I'm like, okay, is she here? She's like, yeah. So I'll stop a fight that's going on for a call out. I get
Call
excited.
outs is better.
Yeah, call outs is just more spicy.
But
Like,
Yeah,
that's
because
one
I
of
know
the
it.
mottos of call-outs is mandatory,
Yeah,
so
who
you
doesn't-
gotta go for that.
who doesn't want to see the boyfriend versus the baby
Yeah,
daddy?
and that's real spontaneous. That's
Yeah,
something
that's-
even
Even
to
if the
the
fight is
crowd.
whack, everybody's like, oh,
Now, have you ever had this happen
Excitement,
before?
right?
Like you see, we all in here, right?
yeah, yeah.
And say we all spectators. Somebody just call a random dude, yo, I want you.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
that?
So what I
We don't even know him. We
Yeah.
just everybody
If he
just-
agrees, right? If he
Yeah,
agrees,
so
yes,
when
they agree
shorty,
first.
I mean, look, you have if you're gonna agree or disagree, you're gonna do it in front of
So
all
hold
of us.
on. No.
Right, right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
So what if they disagree? They be like, no, I don't want nobody calling me out. I'm not
Then I'm
here.
pretty
I'm
sure
not
everybody's
doing
gonna be
this."
like, pussy.
Listen, I'm here. I'm not
I
doing
can
it.
control that.
Yeah,
I
right,
can
right.
control that. You feel me? Like, that's the lane you want to take. You should have thought about what you did before you got into
No,
this.
no, I ain't talking about two to a random person that's coming. Like, say, for instance, like, we all just happen to say, we gonna support Mike. We wanna go to the gym.
Okay.
So we did this watching, and someone just see
Call
me
us out.
and be like, yo, I wanna fight you.
Well, if the beat, well, that's what
I
I'm saying.
don't
He's saying, but he's saying it's the same thing. It's
know.
all
It's
like
so
something.
different than the
I got
beef.
some
I'm
shit
not
to
saying
let out.
that.
This
I'm
is-
saying
Don't say
I'm
no
not
beef.
honestly,
Honestly, that's a
Say no is no, man.
You know, no.
No is no, whether you know me or not.
Hold up,
You
that's
come
not
out the
the
crowd.
crime.
No,
I'm
listen,
not
listen,
saying that. I'm
like-
just saying, basically, yo, people there just to watch.
Honestly-
They have no idea. They just there to watch.
Honestly, my brother, that's a great question. That's a great fucking question. Due to the fact that a lot of people nowadays is looking for clout. Everybody wants clout. So the fact that they want to call you out is because clearly you own the B139. Right? Like they want to call you out because they want your position.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or they probably got a podcast and they want all your viewers to
Yeah.
go to him. I do not accept those challenges. Them shits is not cool. To me, they corny. They're a bunch of clout chasers. I got no time for that.
Right.
All call-outs is mandatory. For me, it's about personal beef.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it has to be a personal,
It has to
right.
be a personal beef. So don't get me wrong. If this dude comes up to me and says, y'all want to call him out, I'm going to ask him before I even see over the mic, why you calling him out?
Right.
Oh, cause that nigga fucked my girl, and
Right.
hold on. Call me somebody. Yo, everybody be quiet, I got a call out. You know what I'm saying?
So you
Like,
get to the bottom of the
yeah,
first.
that's different. You feel me?
Exactly.
But if you just like, oh nah, I just want to fight. I'm like, alright, cool. Well, go holler at my man Mess, sign in. You know what I'm saying? Give him your weight, and we'll put somebody else in your weight class, and we'll have an exhibition fight.
Right.
That's not really a call out to me. That's just
Right.
that's a sportsmanship call out. That's for like boxing and
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden.
So you got different characteristics of how you set up the fight.
yeah, for sure. For
So
sure.
what's the weight, like somebody 190, 180, that's still the same
That's
weight
good.
class?
I mean, this is street, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the street, we don't weigh each other before we get it popping.
Nah.
Call me and say, yo, we're about to get it shaking up the block.
Yeah.
I'm putting on kicks, I'm
No,
the
but
block.
I'm just going
We gonna get it
by
popping.
back what you just said. You said, you know, sign in, I found somebody.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as the exhibition fights, yeah, we
Oh,
try
exhibition,
to
okay.
keep it as close to whatever the case is. We actually just had a fight club last week. Was it last week? Yeah, it was last week. We had a boyfriend, a dude who was fighting his best friend because his girl, it was his girl at first. And
There's a
then-
lot of girls
Yeah,
and
of
men
course.
he was going back and forth. I
For
think.
sure. So the girl was
Dudes.
the girl was his, and I guess his best friend backstabbed him,
Mhm.
and now he's dating her.
Right.
Like after they broke up.
Yeah.
So he wanted to call him out, and he called him out. And this dude was like 280 pounds probably, and the other dude was like 130 pounds.
And who, 130 was calling out too?
No, 280 was
Oh,
calling
it's
out
calling out
130
130.
because
Oh,
he's now
okay.
with his joint.
Right. So
You know what
now
I'm saying?
ready
Like he
for
took
tea.
his shorty, so dudes feel some type of way. Like
But they all at the fight club together?
yeah, because I invite them. I told
okay,
them, I told them to come, and I keep it right. I tell my security guards, I have security, I have EMT. You know what I'm saying? We do everything the correct way. Like I can't be
I just
dangerous
about
and
to ask
just.
you about the EMT.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
Say,
have
Killa,
EMT
you know
and all
who to
that.
invite. You know who to invite. You be setting
Nah,
yourself on the low in your mind. Like,
Yeah.
come on, everybody.
For
Come
sure.
on.
I mean, at the end of the day,
Fully staffed.
I like to keep it safe. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I like to keep it as safe as possible. I'm not trying to kill nobody. I'm not trying to hurt nobody.
Right.
What I'm really trying to do is like settle the beef. And I feel like the reason why it goes down perfect the way my idea is the fact that like if we fight in the street and you beat me, I probably want to go get something and come back. But when you fight in the ring in front of everybody, you can't really want to go get something.
Right.
Because everyone knows.
Too many witnesses.
It's too many witnesses.
Yeah.
1, 2, most of the time it's not even like that because like we throw the hands, I'll swing, you weave it, then you swing and I'll weave it, and then we look at each other like, ooh. Now for some reason that connection we just got from each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now we type out like, ooh, okay, now let's get busy again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
that
then that's
fight's
when, like
getting
you said,
listen.
like that's when the friendship starts happening.
Yeah.
Sometimes the friendship blows minds. Like it really annoys me because like we're starting a next fight club next month, and I'm like, okay, I got him fighting him. And then next
they
thing you
get
know,
cool.
they coming together. I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing? Oh, now we met last time, we trained together, artists. I'm like, bro, like I'm not trying to make friends, bro. Like nah, I respect it though. Let's just make a big family, bro. This is what I gotta do.
And this is after the fight, you're saying they become friends.
Yeah, like not even like them fighting each other, just the fight isn't long. They become friends with each other.
Right.
But it's cool because like ain't nobody got problems with me right now. I got 1,000 people that can fight for me. You know, I mean, I'm bringing the Bronx together, and that's what's important.
So you fully staffed? You got your whole staff?
I have my staff, yeah, for sure.
How many members you got in Fight Club?
As far as the
Your
fight
team,
club,
staff.
my team, we're like about 10, 12 deep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How many fighters?
I got fighters for days, bro. I've been out for a year. We do a show like every month and a half. It'll be up to like, I try to like over invite fighters because some fighters get cold feet.
Do you do
So
rematches?
I do rematches if it's spicy.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
Rematch? Somebody
we-
lost and they still want to come
We
back.
recently just had
Elixir?
this huge fight that kind of was like the craziest fight we ever had was Jen Gates versus Buck Noy. They're from
Buck
the,
Noy, is that the Muslim?
yeah, they're from the Asian mob.
Yeah.
And they had a situation between them, business problems, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about their beef is like all over Instagram, all over YouTube. It was everywhere. So it's like me getting that fight was big for us.
Right.
And we even got shut down by the cops that time.
Yeah.
And that was my first time ever getting shut down by the cops. And we took a huge L, like they ruined
Wow.
everything. The cops destroyed everything. They thought it was just a party, but.
So that's why you guys had to do the
Yeah,
rematch?
Buck
or-
Noise, they coming on the show soon. We talking.
They ended up fighting again the following week, and that's where Buck Noy he won, and that's why he was on the show.
Yeah.
The same show I was on, Jack Dilla. You know what I'm saying?
Quick
Shout out Jack
question.
Dilla.
Did you guys do the rematch because they didn't finish the fight or because
No, it wasn't a rematch. It was the first match. The first match didn't happen, so then
So
we
they
ended
had
up
to-
doing the match
okay,
again.
right.
Jen Gates hurt his shoulder, but he's already been in contact with me, and he's like ready for a rematch as soon as he heals up.
Okay.
Buck Noise, he ended up doing like a diss track. So like, there's still got like some spice going on to them, but you know, probably
So when
bring
it's
them
a
back
goodie,
out.
then-
So what
Yeah,
about
do
taking
rematch.
up by accident, do people get paid?
As far as pay, we don't really pay our fighters. Like I said, it's more like of a platform for them. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to realize like, this is like boxing. Like to be honest with you, to make money in boxing, you have to be like.
Bet, right? Because people are really betting. That's how
Nah, we
people
don't
make
do
money on the
gambling.
side.
We don't
Do
do
they bet?
gambling. Like this is not something like this is not for gamblers. We're trying to kill the beef. Like
Right. So
we're trying to
it's
save a
true.
life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're trying to make sure shit don't get ugly. Maybe you not the shooter, but your mans want to take it up a notch just to show off. And I'm not trying to take it up no more notches. Like I lost a lot of people. I actually lost a fighter to a hit and run. I lost another fighter who got shot in the after hour party. Who was a close friend of mine. Rest in peace, Boyo. You know what I'm saying? So like I really have my close brothers who actually died in the streets, and I'm tired of it. And to be
So
honest
that's
with you,
good.
I'm a
Not
family
that-
person.
that-
So I got nephews that you know what I'm saying. I got little bros in the hood that they're the next generation up, and they're the first ones to pick up the weapon now.
Right.
You give a little man $1,000, he don't go shoot something.
Yeah, like when we first met, what you told me was that you trying to bring back dudes putting up their hands and put down the guns.
Bring back the 1D.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know, because too many kids or even adults that just have an argument and shoot somebody. Come on, why you gonna take somebody's life because of a little argument or something like?
Son, you get over.
Take his life
smoke
out,
a
come
blunt,
on, man.
son.
You know, fight or do something and leave it alone.
But what's
You know what I'm
crazy
saying?
is because it's in the music a
So
lot
that's what he
nowadays.
promoting.
It's a lot
you
in
know?
the music.
That's
And
positive, man.
a lot of the kids and the younger generation is listening to this music that they putting out here and saying that they're killing this person and they're killing this person. In actuality, they really are. And the same people who's putting the song out that they killed that person, the same person that's getting locked up, dumbass,
Hell yeah.
a week later. So it's like, you know,
That's what's fucking us up. It's the music.
it is.
That's why like a lot of celebrities celebrities want to come to my show, and I'm like, ah, yeah, pull up, but like,
That's why it's like really to
do
change
what you
the
do,
word.
bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying
The
to
first
fix some
time
mistakes.
I saw basically this type of stuff in Florida with Kimbo Slice. He's like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
legend in there.
I'm definitely a big fan of Kimbo Slice.
Cause
I know.
that day when he did that thing, it just took off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing,
I'm
bro.
hopefully, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people tell me I'm starting just like UFC started. UFC started the same way.
Same way,
underground.
yeah.
And now look at UFC.
Start getting sponsors and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's
so
over.
hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we can go that same route
Yeah.
and get sponsors, you know what I'm saying, and have a lane for street fighters. Or have a lane, even something on TV where it's like, yo, I wanna box you now instead of I wanna shoot you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
even if it's without boxing gloves, go shoot it with just your bare knuckles. I don't care. But at least y'all both get to go home. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
just to get the tension off, you
Get
know,
the
because
tension off.
honestly,
We
once
have
people
to.
do that, they feel better.
We have to get that out.
So how do you promote a fight if you don't keep the same location?
I'm like, alright, so me fighting in the fight club, like, that's when I gained a huge fan base for myself. And I'm a real humble dude. Like, anybody knows, if you know me personally, you can always catch me in public and be like, yo, what's up, bro? And I'm like, yo, what's good? I don't know who you are. But I'll take a minute to talk to you, chat with you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm super humble. I'm not really like, oh, I'm busy. I take time for everybody. So, you know, the hood loves me. I love the hood back, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people is like personal, and then like, I got a team of 12, you know what I'm saying? And then there's always, you gotta know somebody who knows somebody to come to the fight club. So if I invite you, everyone here you can bring. It's cool with me because I trust you.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's usually how we get a house packed.
So you got women in the fight club too,
It's hard to get women to fight, I'm gonna be honest with you. Women are scared to fight. Some, you know, I don't think they're scared to fight, like on that they're scared to throw hands, but girls are just scared to lose in public. Like having their name or their face on a video,
It's embarrassing.
like it's embarrassing.
Yeah,
If
it's
Mom, you get knocked out,
Yeah.
like you could be my best friend, but if you get knocked out, I have to post it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I have to post it.
Yeah.
Like, so that's pretty much what it is.
They just wanna talk that talk, but they ain't
Yeah,
trying, they ain't
like, they're
trying to
not
put
really
that
trying to
work.
do it.
So how many fights you normally set up on the card?
I try to get like 8 fights.
Eight fights,
Yeah,
okay.
8 fights. I
It's
try to
normally
get-
like a 2-hour event,
It's a 3-hour event.
3 hours.
BH Fight Club used to do like, MCs, upcoming artists, you know, for like a halftime show. I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to copy. But I also didn't want to do it because I used to feel like it took away from the fighters. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted people to, you know what I'm saying, look at the fighters like, wow, he's the star. Like, he's famous. I wanted people to come out after he knocked somebody out and everybody wanted to take a picture with him.
Yeah.
I want him to feel good about himself. You know what I'm saying? Because me touching the fighters is going to touch their youth around them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, little by little, will change the world.
You got any ring girls, man? You got ring
Yeah, I
girls?
get all hot, sexy.
Okay, there you go, y'all got the ring girl popping.
Bootied out. You know what I'm saying? I like all that. You know what I'm saying? It's halftime. Yo, Mom, shake it for them one time. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah?
I gotta make it
Okay.
fun. It's like the God King. That's how
They
they
don't wanna fight, but they wanna be ring girls.
Yeah, of course. That's good
Okay.
though. You know, there's
Yeah.
girls that like to fight and there's girls that like to be pretty.
Yeah, okay.
Pick your lane.
You're right about that.
Alright, so what the future holds for the fight club, man? I mean, Rumble in the
I don't know, the
Bronx.
future makes me nervous, and be honest with you.
You're gonna get a lot of attention, man.
I'm getting
A lot
So
of-
fast.
I'm getting
You
a lot.
know?
I'm getting a lot of attention now.
Yeah.
Getting texts from different networks, like I was saying, and different
Mhm.
producers, and everybody just is like, "Here, sign this, sign that." And I'm just like, I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just, you know, I don't know what the future holds. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the future holds me saving more lives.
There you go. So what's this event you were telling me about on Friday?
Well, Friday's not an event. Friday's a photo shoot with my big bro Greg Una.
Okay.
And we got Chiclet and Melanie. It's like the Spanish couple that's very funny on the gram.
Mhm.
And they just like my movement. They like what I'm doing. So Greg Una is like the 6th Ave guard. So he's just gonna put like a photo shoot together, put a boxing ring in the middle of 6th Avenue.
Mhm.
And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be dope. That guy is fucking like the genius.
Yeah, we're gonna try to come down there and support that.
Yeah.
See what it's hitting for. What time is it?
2 o'clock on Friday. 46 and 6th Avenue.
Yeah, down the district. Right?
Yeah, and then after that, we're gonna set up our next fight club, like an actual fight club, and we're trying to start the tournament. And the tournament will be based off like King of the Streets.
Right.
So we'll have 2 weight classes, and we'll see who's King of the Streets, and it'll be a cash prize of $2,500 and an RBX belt.
So everything's in the Bronx.
Yeah, for the most part.
You got to take in your hood first. You always like that.
I mean, yeah, it's just my connections are in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Like
Rumble in the Bronx.
Rumble in the Bronx. I mean, don't get me wrong. I just shot a fight last week. There's some fights that we do that's not even on the gram or doesn't get recorded. We shot a MMA fight in a Toys R Us. So yeah, I guess so. I don't even know how I get these things sometimes. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I just be like, I'll call you back. I call the team like, y'all got a Toys R Us. A Toys R Us? Like, it surprises me
Wait,
too.
the
But it's
parking
like, huh?
The parking lot.
No, inside the Toys R Us. In the
Inside.
stock room, in the basement.
But it's clear now. It's clear.
Huh?
There's nothing in there.
Yeah, it was
It's
clear.
empty, right?
It was empty. But it's just dope the fact that like all these people want to help me succeed. And honestly, I thought it was going to be a problem for me to get all these locations. But for some reason, everybody got somebody to help me get somewhere on my next step. So I'm very appreciative.
But see, what I like
That's a
about you,
blessing.
what I like about you, you also, you give your team a lot of credit, and that's what it's about.
For sure.
'Cause nobody, one person can do it.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So you need that team.
You
You
gotta
know what
have
I'm
a
saying?
team.
And they got to stick by you and do their part.
For sure.
Step up. If everybody step up and do their part, y'all gonna blow. Like
Yeah.
you said, it's been 1 year.
Oh, man.
And look where you're at right now. in the
I
league.
wish you could just. I hope my team is watching because like I really like you trying to drag them to help me. Like yo, bro, come, bro. 'Cause when I make it, I don't want to give you money for no reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come, bro, help me, bro.
Yeah,
Please
yeah.
go get a garbage bag. Help me pick something up. Stop trying to look cute.
We fought somehow. We fought
Well,
somehow.
That's real talk.
I'm gonna tell it to you. I'm gonna tell it to your team.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta stick by this man. Believe in the dream. If y'all don't believe in it, just don't do it. But if you believe in it and y'all want to support him, go all the way. Not
Yeah.
no halfway. Go full throttle with him. Don't look at no positions within it. Just go with him. Or y'all all win together. It's not about, you know what I'm saying.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
This man done got 5 million views on YouTube for nothing.
Yeah, he get a
That's
big
hard
number.
work
That's
right
hard
there.
work.
You
So
know what
y'all
I'm
got to
saying?
recognize that and get with it. Nobody want to work, a job every day, getting up in the
I
morning.
work construction.
And you
I
know
break
how
my
your
back.
check gonna look, opposed to, them checks
Yeah,
getting cut.
Yeah,
Checks
yeah.
getting cut is different from, going to work every week and you know how your check gonna look.
Yeah.
You see, it's a difference.
Yeah.
That's
know
what I try
how
to
to
explain to people.
work for the man and work
Yeah.
for yourself. I do construction as well. So, I feel you on that. But, we work for the man, but we also building our own.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people don't understand that, like, oh, why would you do construction or why this or why that? Because you can maneuver and do different things. You can be versatile. It's easy to do that.
It sucks that like once you have a platform and you're on TV or on Instagram or anything, it's like, and you're popping, you got followers, they automatically think you're rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone automatically thinks you're rich and you got a whole lot of money and they don't understand that all of this comes from a grind. It comes from hustling hard, waking up every day.
Consistency,
And
definitely.
believing in yourself. And that's why I really try to reach out to my team, like, yo, help me, believe in this for me, because this is for everybody. I guess a lot of people look at it like it's just for me. When,
I can see pay-per-view reaching out to you. Bro.
Yeah.
I can see that, man.
I believe that.
We got a line.
Yeah, there's a lot of, they all hit me up already, actually, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just hard, because like, once you're in this, I've never been in this situation, so you don't really know what paper to sign or what to do what, so it's like, sometimes I just fall back and just be like, I'm already getting paid, like, I got all these young, like, you don't understand, there's a group picture that I seen not too long ago, and there's a bunch of like 15, 14-year-olds, and they're like 8 deep, and they all like with their t-shirts on, they're mad excited, and that right there makes me feel like I got paid, you know what I'm saying? Like,
There you go.
Oh, that's
hell
sweet.
yeah, like, that right there is a check. You know
I
what
like
I'm
how you
saying?
put that. That's why you're gonna go far, see?
Yeah, for
Let them
sure.
know what podcast you on.
Oh yeah, we already know we on the beat 139. Let's get it.
And tell me the links where they can find you at with the Rumble in the
Y'all
Bronx
can find
Fight
me
Club,
on-
all that.
On Instagram or YouTube at Rumble in the Bronx. You can holler at my personal page at Fuck the World. Doesn't mean that I don't care about the world. You know what I'm saying? It's just a feeling. So ignore the hate and just reach to the top. You know what I'm saying? Fuck everybody who's trying to pull you down and keep reaching for your goals.
And tell them one more thing, like all call outs are what?
All call outs are mandatory.
Okay.
Well, I'm ready, bro.
Killa Mike.
Killa Mike. Thanks for coming to the show, bro.